Samuel Jackson is about to be in a really exciting blockbuster film, Captain Marvel. He makes a lot of blockbuster films. Big, expensive films. Sometimes he's in it for a short time. Usually he's in it for a short time. But there's a question that I had, I got answered recently. When he was doing Kong, Skull Island, a interviewer in England, I believe, asked him a great question. He said, what are some hidden gems, the kind of films that you would want people to see you in? Something, not like these blockbuster films, something small. And the two he mentioned were not a surprise at all. 187 and the Red Violin. Let's talk about this one first. Lionsgate released this collection called the Meridian Collection. And it excited people because it was kind of like an alternative to Criterion. It was going to have, it says, acclaimed, groundbreaking, and influential films from around the world. And as far as I see, they only did the two, which were the two that they announced. And I believe they're both by French directors. Not exactly around the world. Though this movie is around the world. It's in 5 different countries. It spans a huge time period where you follow a mysterious red violin. And Samuel Jackson plays an appraiser who comes about to there's a lot of violence. He comes from New York, goes to, I believe, Paris. I'm not sure where he goes. But he's there to sign off and appraise some violins. They had picked out. They don't want to waste his time. They picked out the best things that they've had. And there's one particular that they're very interested in, but it's not long before you notice he finds the red violin. This is almost mythic. There's a copy somewhere, but he notices it immediately, like one would. I love films like this. I admit to my obsessive nature and collecting and stuff like that. When there's a film about it, I like that a lot. Ninth Gate is one of those films where it's the collecting of like satanic memorabilia and books. I don't know, there's something really fun about watching somebody who's so good at knowing what's real and what's not. So that's what he plays, and he's found it, but of course it's not his. He cannot have it. And that's really his obsession, is this really the thing? What the hell am I going to do? Because I can't have it. He wants it so bad. And so, yeah, after following this tragedy after tragedy with this violin, it's in his hands, but, it's about what's he going to do about that in the end. The violin sells for almost $2.5 million, which is a lot for a violin. But who does it sell to? Will he get it? You can check that out. And then we got this. You may have seen this. It's possible. I'm sure it's been on TV a little bit. It's written by a teacher. Mostly because teachers could pay better than me, but especially in a horrible area, and I say that like, the area is poor, students are undereducated unless the teachers do the best they can, and even if they do, the whole thing at the end says, 1 in 9 teachers is attacked. And we're not talking about a teacher who deserves to be attacked because he did something. They're talking about good teachers trying to do their job, and you are attacking them, student. It's about a teacher, a science teacher, who's really good at his job. He loves his job, and he really is good at getting into the students. I'm doing the bike thing he does near the beginning. He he shows them, maybe perpetual motion or something, sitting a kid in a chair and wheeling a bike, and it turns him. He finds ways to get the students involved, and the movie is full of references and information, and it's there's an obviousness that it's written by a teacher, but a sadness as well because of how it all turns out with the homage to the Deer Hunter. This was directed by whatever you think about this, dude who did Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, with that great accent that that was happening there. Is a really good movie and sad, but it makes a lot of sense that he would choose these because it doesn't always have to be about explosions and monsters and big things you're fighting and superpowers. These are well-constructed stories, and Samuel L. Jackson wants you to watch them, so go out there and watch them. One last thing, showing the sleeve on this, but the Digipack. Don't see this very much anymore. It was actually one of my favorite type of cheap case. And I like to talk about this a lot, I don't know why. Back in the full screen, widescreen days, which don't really exist anymore, some genius did full screen, widescreen. Very smart. Couldn't put any art on the disc because of that, but still, great idea. Whoever did that, very clever. Click. See, that feels good. Digipack. Click.